What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're going to kind of tack on a little bit to the Dad Bod. And what we're going to tack onto it, you didn't think I let the, we're making fun of the girls who are like, they're in shape and stuff, but they want the guy who looks worse than them. And we're kind of tuning up on them. You didn't think we were going to let the fat girls go by without making fun of them, did you? How many opportunity fucking maker funner? So, and before, all the fat girls get offended, if you're fat, you're fat. That's on you. It's not on me. You don't fucking have to be that. If you're happy about that, then you wouldn't be getting offended by me saying that you're fat. So, what the fuck? Anyways. So now, the phenomenon of the Dad Bod, where you have the girl who's in pretty good shape. Pretty girl, takes care of herself, gets her hair done, gets her nails done, does all that stuff. Makes decent money, wants to have the guy who essentially doesn't take that good of care of himself. And, it's this big, like, well, that girl wants to, make sure that she's getting all the attention and not, it's not equal attention with the guy, and then the guy's not getting more attention than she is. Now, there's also another type of woman, and I've seen this play out a fucking million times, especially when I'm lean. Even when I'm not that lean, I'm still leaner than most people when I'm not that lean in the general population. So no matter where I go, I'm pretty much in better shape than most people. When I'm really lean, like getting ready for a contest, and like I go to the pool or something, I mark my fucking words. There's gonna be, if I'm with my girlfriend, usually nobody says anything, but there's gonna be a girl who's fat, who says, look at you. Don't you look good enough to eat? Something like that. And I'm looking at her going, well, you're kind of fat and you might eat me. This is true, but why do you have to say something like that? And like, not that, she's not a pretty girl, maybe not a nice girl, but, the heavier girls who are not as likely to attract the guy that's in shape feel like they need to prove it to themselves that they can get that guy. It's the and it's not necessarily the challenge, but in their minds, okay, it doesn't matter whether you're fat, you're an awesome person and you should be able to get that guy. Now they're basing that on the fact that that's true. If you love someone, you should love them for their personality, what they look like, everything wrapped into one. However, the initial interactions between males and females are fucking based on looks, and based on what you like. Now, I knew one girl who, I swear, this is a true story. She's awkward as fuck. She's super awkward. She's so fucking awkward it makes me want to fucking slap myself in the face. That's how awkward she is. Nice, but awkward. And can never get a guy. And she's always after these guys who are like fucking models. She's like looking at guys that are like, she looks at David Beckham and says, Beckham, whatever the fuck his name is, the soccer dude would be like, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna have a guy like that. And I'm looking at her going, no, you're never gonna have a guy like that. But anyways, so me and my girlfriend one time were out to eat and we saw her with this guy. And, they walked over and she introduced him and I'm like, oh, he's a nice guy. He's not a bad looking guy, but he's a nice guy. He obviously cares about her. He remembers things about her. They'd met like a long time ago at a party, and he remembered certain things about her from just meeting her that first time. He put the effort into knowing her and stuff. I was like, all right, good for her. Well, next time I see her, she's like, yeah, I broke up with him. And I'm like, why? She's like, oh, he's just not what I want. I was like, let me get this straight. He's nice. He has a good job. He's not a bad looking dude. He cares about you. What the fuck do you want? And she looks right in the magazine and points at like the fucking Aqua Dijo guy and goes, something like that. And I was like, what the fuck? And in my head, I'm going, what makes you think that, because now you're 40-something years old, you've never gotten that ever in your entire life. You're probably, I'm being real, you've never gotten that. You're probably never going to get that. And you have a guy that actually cares about you, but you kind of see past all that and you're just looking at the looks because this is what you want. Like you're giving up possibly a nice life with this guy and this is what you want with the looks. This guy can be a total tool bag in the magazine and fucking treat you like shit. Because of the way he looks, this is what you want in your life. And I kind of stepped back and I was like, what the fuck? So you have awkward girls that are after the guys who are really in shape. It's fucked up because the girls who are in shape don't want the guys who are in shape. They want to date the Dad Bods. And then you get the girls who are awkward and not in shape that want to date the guys that are in shape. And it's not even that they want to date the guys in shape because they want to be with them. They just want to prove to themselves that they can get them. They want to prove to themselves that they're not fat, they're not ugly, they're not awkward, they're not shitty. They want to prove to themselves all those things. And by scoring the trophy piece, the guy that's in shape, that's going to prove to them, which is in a fucking twisted situation, that's going to prove to them that they're worthwhile, which is fucked up because the girl is actually putting more on this person is worth more getting because they're in shape. And they may be an asshole but the other person who's not as good a shape is not worth as much as they are, so I'm not going after that one, I'm going after that one, and that's going to prove my worth to myself. What the fuck? How twisted could this fucking shit get? It's very fucking simple. You walk down the fucking street. Alright, that walking down the street usually doesn't happen where you just meet someone, but you're, you know, like you're in a random spot or something, you see a, you know, a pretty girl, you approach her, you talk to her, you have a couple laughs, she seems nice. What the fuck? What is wrong with that? All of a sudden nowadays there has to be these intentions that I look at the girl and say, she's too attractive. She's probably a diva. She's probably such a bitch. Probably takes her like fucking 3 hours to get ready. I'm not going to deal with that shit. See that fat girl over there? I'm going after her. What the fuck? Like, it doesn't even make any sense anymore. Maybe I'm just too simple. Maybe I'm too primal that, you know, I want to start my relationship based on the primal things, that the way it actually works. I don't want to fill out a questionnaire first, get the questionnaire, and then later on see what the girl looks like. You know, I want to see what the girl looks like first. I want to talk to her face to face, not over the internet, face to face. I want to see if there's chemistry. That's important to me. I've dated girls that were not necessarily in shape. People might look at them and say they're not. They're very skinny. Some of them would say they were overweight. But you know what? There was chemistry there. And I cared about them. And we stayed together for a pretty decent amount of time in both, you know, both instances, whether the girl was out of shape or she was super skinny. You know, and if you ever looked at any of my past girlfriends, none of them look the same. It's not like I just go out with blondes or I only go out with this type. Every single one of them, redhead, brunette, curly hair, straight hair, blonde, tall, short, all of them were different, not based on what I perceive them appearance-wise, but what I based them on personality-wise. They were cute. They're always attractive, don't get me wrong, because that's one thing that I look for. I mean, I want someone that is physically attractive, that I'm attracted to. I don't want someone that I'm not attracted to that says, oh, this person really does this for me mentally, but not attracted to them. I feel like there has to be both in balance in a relationship. And, you know, without that happening, with the way that, you know, these girls are looking for the dad bod and then the fat girls are looking for the rip guy, and I'm just like, this whole fucking dating thing is just out of control in a fucking million different ways. And when did it just stop being, I think she's cute, I'd like to take her out and see where it goes? bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a blog. There's some fat girl right now going, I want to lick that with butter, and we're out.